freestyle to a song. I think that's the ultimate kind of expression of what dance is. It's just you react to the music. It's how whatever is playing makes you feel, and you're expressing your way through that song. So whether it's through hip hop, I always fall back into locking, funk stuff, points, wrist rolls. Do I consider myself a dancer? I guess, you know, if I ever have a drink or two at a bar and I go off a little bit, people would consider me one, yeah. But, you know, when I weigh myself to the people that do get paid dancers, I don't consider myself one. So, it's an interesting question. I don't know if I would consider myself a dancer so much as just someone that enjoys dancing.
I was about 11 or 12 or something like that. I started following breakdancing, or b-boying as they call it. Saw a couple of movies, Breaking and Beat Street, classic 80s hip-hop movies. I saw the dancing in those movies, I had to do it. Continued that by watching music videos in high school and college, copying those dance moves. All the popular artists, I tried to follow their moves. In college was my first actual class, and then when I started to work in Manhattan, I started taking more hip-hop dance classes.
I always joke with my mom that if she put me in ballet and if I had technique, I would have been a professional dancer. I think when I was younger, I would do different like auditions for MTV, whatever casting calls there were. I always knew that it wasn't going, the dream of being a backup dancer is definitely there, but I didn't think it was, I always thought I was going to be a teacher, and it was like a dream that I just needed to be dancing and be performing. So if I have a workshop where I'm performing in front of friends and family, then that's enough for me.
I feel like dance is one of my biggest passions in life. I feel that dance fulfills my need to perform. That's one of my favorite things about dancing. And I also really enjoy the camaraderie. Whenever you put a piece together, you're with these people for hours and hours and hours, and you just naturally form bonds with them, and it becomes like a little family.
I tried to pursue dancing in my junior college experience, but it didn't work out. I just kind of like got overrun with classes and lectures and stuff, so I kind of put it on the wayside. And then I would say almost like 10 years later, when I moved here to New York City, I started flirting with the idea again to get back into dancing, and I was scared shitless. Sorry, am I not allowed to?
It wasn't something I thought about doing when I was in my 20s. My family trained me to be a 9-to-5 work person. That actually does pay for my dance workshops, so I can't complain about that. But it's a lot of hard work, a lot of rejection in that field sometimes. You know, theater, arts, dance, it's very challenging. So I do consider myself a dancer, be it as a hobby, and my hat's off to anyone that's become a professional.
In general, if you have the heart and the spirit and the willingness to move your body in a rhythmic way, then you can be a dancer. Granted, in order to perform, it takes some extra time and effort, but I don't think you need to be paid in order to be considered a dancer.
I tore cartilage in my right wrist, and I had a cortisone shot about a month ago, so I'm able to dance, but I most likely need to repair it, which would result in wearing a cast for the next rehearsals for the next workshop. But I'll do it anyway. You don't have to be paid to be a dancer. If you tap your feet when music is playing, you're a dancer. If you express yourself through music using your body, then especially like I teach my students, I teach them a lot of movement, and they're dancers. You don't have to be paid for it.
Making you making a profit, making me feel out of pocket. Treating me like I'm forgotten. No action, still rising. All my stuff I'm take away. All my stuff I take away. So you know when I want it, so I'm giving away. What's up? I've been seeing me, chill around the bed with you. Me, now you gon' fuck around me.
I think it's about what you claim yourself to be. So I like to claim myself to be a dancer so that I can continue to strive to be a dancer in my life. I, for the first time this last season of dancing, was in rehearsals almost every single night with 2 workshops that I was working on. And if you told me at the end of those weeks that I wasn't a dancer, I might have punched you in the face, because the amount of dancing I was doing was signifying otherwise. So I mean, I think it's something for you as a person to decide for yourself. I think that people who would say I'm not a dancer might fall into 2 categories. 1, they don't dance themselves, or 2, they actually get paid to dance. And you know, like, it's really, it's not important what you think of me, it's more important what I think of myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and claim myself to be a dancer. I'm not professional, but I am a dancer.